Vas-y, vas-y.
Vas-y, va.
It's a success. It worked. It worked.
In just 2 weeks from now, we move into the house, the first people living on site in more than 40 years. Are we ready? Let's find out.
This week's partner is Foreo, and I wanted to share honestly what I think about their product. I've been using the Foreo FAQ 202 LED face mask for a while now, and I genuinely love how easy it is to use. The mask is made from ultra lightweight, wireless silicone and is FDA cleared. You can connect it to the app and select the treatment you want, which makes it very simple to personalize. It features 8 different wavelengths, including near-infrared, designed to target redness, acne, fine lines, and uneven skin tone, concerns I personally deal with. Before I put the mask on, I apply the FAQ Red Light Peptide Serum, which really helps enhance the LED therapy. Since I started using the mask consistently, or around 3 times a week, something really shifted. I didn't expect it to make such a noticeable difference, but after just a few months, I'm already seeing and feeling real change. My skin feels smoother, clearer, and more balanced, and overall just healthier, and for me, that's a big deal. As you can see in the photo, I used to struggle with redness and uneven tone, and the FAQ 202 LED face mask genuinely changed that for me. With Valentine's Day coming up, whether you're treating yourself or someone you love, there's a really great offer available. Click the link in our description and use our code Poseidon30 to receive an extra 30% off on almost all products. Yes, even the ones already discounted. Now let's get back to the chateau.
Yeah, fun. It's embarrassing. You should have seen Damien try to set up this video. Boy, he's the IT guy you don't want.
Okay, so we are on our way to get some doors. I found some doors on Le Bon Coin.
Doors for?
I'm getting to it.
Okay.
The house. Inside of the house, we have 4 doors, and they are basically in cardboard. They're horrible, cheap, not the vibe. I found some on Le Bon Coin that are in wood, have nice details, add some charm. It took a really long time to find a good size. Anyways, hopefully it works. Now, we're going to pick them up. We have the trailer in the back, and I'm like, we need to take out some money to pay the guy. We go to the village on the way to pick up the doors because it says Banque Postale. So we're like, okay, there's a bank there, we'll take out some money. Banque Postale is not a bank. It translates to bank, but it's just a post office. They just call it bank.
But the post office has banks in France. The one we went to was called the bank, the post bank, but this one does not have. It's written bank on the building,
but
that
no,
one.
Yeah.
But in Chabris, La Banque Postale
That's true.
has
You're right.
money.
You're right. So, anyways, we're like, okay, you know what? Let's go to the next, and then we go
quirky French thing. They call things that don't exist. All right, we'll deal with that later. Weird, but sure.
So then we look for the closest bank nearby, and then we find one, and then we go. Turns out that bank does not have anything to take out money either. It's just to deposit checks. It's a machine
Welcome
to deposit
to
checks.
1992.
I'm like, normally you could just take a picture of your check and it just goes in your bank. Anyways, whatever. They don't have money. So now this is the 3rd stop we're gonna do. We still have no idea if we're gonna be able to take out money. This has been adding like 30 minutes to our trip. So now, yeah, I think I'll take out maybe a little more so we don't have to do that all the time.
It is part of living in rural country. I won't say France because I think it's that everywhere.
It's true.
Where points of services are getting more rare, and things like a bank is something that you just don't find conveniently as when you're downtown Vancouver.
Which is kind of weird for 2 city boys. We're so used to have everything walking distance. I know we're in the countryside, so this is different, but that's one thing you need to adjust, when you move away like that.
Now, France, if you're going to call something a bank, it's usually because it's meant to be a bank. Otherwise,
there needs to be money.
Call this something else. There's plenty of words out there. And French, in particular, has so many of them, so many words.
So many.
The whole bank leads to
Money.
usually money. That's how it works. So just a little, just 2 cents. You know what? It's on me. I won't charge you a consulting fee. Change the names so that we don't drive like two
Endlessly.
idiots. And like we show up to these villages and we walk in those buildings and we're like, we're here to take out money, and they're like,
no.
Non, monsieur, ce n'est pas une banque ici. Oh, sorry, because it's written bank on your building. Anyway.
This is the little morning rant. So anyways, we're going to get the doors, and fun fact, the doors we're going to get are in another chateau. People don't all live in chateaus in France, just FYI, but it just so happens that those doors also are in a chateau. So maybe I can just be like, if you have anything else to give.
Nope. No. All right.
We have the trailer. So here we are coming to get our doors. The chateau is right here. Oh, they're building a pool.
I think they're building a building by the pool.
Maybe. Oh, that's a nice.
Okay, that's a nice chateau. Woo.
Very pretty. Oh,
I feel like Annie in the Bridesmaids, where she goes to with like, I'm not dressed for this.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to see if I can wrap around so I don't have to reverse.
Oh, they have blue windows too.
It's a darker.
That's a darker blue.
Do we really park our big caravan in front of the?
I guess so. I don't know. I don't have any indication. So
It's a hotel, so there's staff.
yeah.
Let's just go and check inside.
So we're here in this beautiful place with our trailer.
Hey, son, I can't. You have to go. I can't go in like that. I can't go in like that. I'm gonna prepare.
All right, I'm gonna go in. All right, so this was not a success.
On a scale of 1 to 7.5, 7.5 being the worst score. No, on a scale of 1 to 10, how satisfied are you of this trip?
2.
Okay.
So the guy was nice. I'll give him that.
So that's 1 point.
That's 1 point. The chateau was nice also. That's the 2 points. Okay, maybe 3. Because we did get 2 doors instead of the 4 we needed. Measurements. That's the thing in chateaus. He measured 1 door, thought all of them were the same size. All of them were completely different sizes. So we were looking for a door that was 2.2 meters and around 2 meters and 73 centimeters wide. And there was only 2 like that. And then all the rest was like 83, 63. So we'll see what we can do with the 2 doors that we have. Some have moldings, just one of them have molding on both sides. One has molding on one side, so we'll have to add molding. It's a lot of patching. That's why it's more simple to build from scratch.
I'll just say, if ever you have someone that comes on Marketplace and, be ready to show them what you have. The doors were in the very back end of clearly the room where they stuff everything they don't need. We were the ones who had to go measure. They were not opening in the right direction, which we had clearly asked. Damien asked 4 total, 1 that opens on the right side, 3 on the left. They were all opening on the right side. And the guy transparently said, I actually can't tell the difference. Well, we need to know that before. Send us pictures. We'll tell you how they work if you don't know. Because he said, I own a chateau, so they got the chateau 3 years ago, but I'm not doing anything on it. I'm hiring people. So anyway, this has just taken our entire morning for a total of 2 doors and 1 which we don't need, really. He gave us 1 out of pity but we don't need it. We'll try to see if we can sort of work with it, but the truth is probably not. So now we get to enjoy seeing a little bit of the country and yeah.
It's gonna be lunchtime when we get there. This is crazy because there's so much to do today. All right.
Hello, everyone. I am walking through my grounds. I was actually looking to see how much water comes to the place where I want my gardens. Looking for some hope and connection with nature. As you may have seen in our last video, we lost a dear friend of ours just last week, and it's a little hard to keep moving as if nothing happened and focus on mundane things. But he loved our project, was so invested in it, and we're gonna try to honor him. So yeah, just going for a little walk to refocus, ground myself a little bit on this project again, and we'll go see also the water level. So I'll just show you. So this is where there will be the garden at the bottom of the chateau. That used to be a wall garden with the house right there. Goal is to remove some of that, and right here. Wow, that river is high. Yep. Not overflowing, but we haven't had crazy amount of rain this winter. Not this summer. So it gives me a good idea of how much water could keep going up. But I'm thinking that this is probably where the water would get, and raised bed could work. So I'm gonna try to take some pictures and map it out a little bit. Okay, so now we are at, well, I can't do the kitchen. So kitchen is actually looking worse than it was last week, but we're installing the gas. And by we, I mean a certified plumbing company. I am not touching gas. That is the red zone. There's electricity, there's water, and then there's gas. That's literally a bomb inside your house. So not touching that. I called the plumbing company, and they're currently wiring basically the gas from the kitchen to storage outside. I bought a big bottle of gas, so I only have to change it once a year. I have room, I can afford that. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I am currently working on finishing touches. So basically what we want to do is have this just like we had in the bedroom everywhere. But I have a bit of work to do. They are circular. And we just went through an entire one trying to figure out how to cut that. And everyone, it's like the pickle jar. So basically everyone thinks their technique is gonna work, and it didn't. So I sat down over lunch and I looked at how it's actually meant to be done. There's a bit more work. It requires to apply yourself, but we're gonna do it. So let me show you. So first thing first, that's gonna be hard to do while holding. Let me put this on my phone now. I can't do that without, but first I have to write, well, I'll do it and then I'll show you. Basically what I did is I used my sample here to to look for the junction, right? So I put this here and I look for the junction. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring the one I'm cutting and I'm gonna draw a line between this and the bottom here, and that's the angle I'm gonna be sawing. And then, well, I'm gonna start with this and then see what I can do. I can't figure out how to cut angles. I'm wasting so much material. It doesn't work. I can't figure out how it works. I keep watching YouTube videos and it doesn't compute. Something doesn't compute in my brain for some reason. I don't get it.
All right, it is time to put some molding on the wall.
Yes.
I'm gonna learn how to cut molding properly and then glue it up there.
Yeah.
These have already one coat of paint
Correct.
from the ceiling color.
Yeah, so they have their own colors, but the reason we didn't do a second coat is because the installation always requires some touches where you just kind of clean it up, and we're gonna clean it up, add the second coat to wrap everything beautifully. I saw some of the videos about how it's done and it looks so seamless. It needs to be worked a little bit, but it's gonna work. So what did I say to measure?
151 or 131?
31. Okay. So I
This
it's
way?
ready. It's ready for you. Yeah.
Okay.
Really look for it properly, and then you draw your line.
Just right here?
Yeah, a small mark. Nothing too big.
Okay.
A little bit bigger. Excellent.
Okay. Small.
And then we're cutting.
I'm cutting straight.
Oh, sorry. Your 131 needs to be the bottom, not the top.
Ah.
Sorry. Because the top, if you see, the bottom is the part that is the furthest away. So that's your 131 mark.
Okay.
Okay. Right here.
Okay.
Mark at the bottom. Yeah.
Okay. Up.
Yeah. 5. Okay, great.
Perfect. So now I have my line.
Wait, enough? Let it go. Keep going.
No, I thought I did. There we go.
Start with the,
Is that cool enough?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, so it could have been 70. Okay, and now I need something to remove the excess.
Very long.
Okay. Is it,
Finger first.
Okay.
Easy. And then some of
Hello, hello. So I'm on my lunch break and I'm going to go pick up some chairs, 4 chairs to be precise, that will go in the house, in the dining room. And they are JJ Con chair and they are from Austria. They're from the early 20th century, late 19th century. And they're such a good price. Like it's a steal. They're 20 euros per chair, but they usually trend around like 200 euros per chair. So this is a really great deal, and we're gonna see very soon if it's a scam or if I'm just really lucky. So follow me. All right, so here I am with the chairs in the back. And I saw the tag, the labels, they are indeed JJ Con chair from early 1900s. I think they're really, really cool, super great score. They're not in perfect shape. I'm gonna need to do some work on them, redo the cane that's on the chair. That was there originally, that actually probably broke. They put a replacement, which is not original. So not in a hurry, we can still sit on them, they're fine. But if I wanna bring them back to the original state, there's a little bit of work that needs to go into it. I'll show them to you as soon as I get back. So here they are, the 4 chairs I just went to pick up, 20 euros each. As you can see, the seating are kind of all different color. These are not original. The original would be cane that was on it. And I guess over time that broke and they just replaced it with that. They're also not perfect. You know, like this has a piece of wood here that it could need some fixing. You know, there's definitely some wear and tear. But overall, they're such cool chairs. These are the kind of chairs you would see like in bistros, cafes, like 100 years ago. I think they are going to bring so much, you know, history and like character to the house. And then under some of them, you can see, I'm not sure which one. Under some of them, you can see the old label. Let me try to find it for you. I know here, this one has like the embossing here. JJ Con, Austria. And then I think this one here has the really old label. All right, here is the bottom. So you can see that originally there was cane. That was the seating, but it was replaced by this piece here. And this is the really old label. How fun. Can't believe I scored these for 20 euros a piece. These are great. They'll look amazing in the house. Now the question is, with all the cool things I find, should I open an antique store at some point? I feel like having an online antique store would be so much fun. And I'm just selling from the Château, you know, all these cool pieces. I'm keeping those though, but you know what I mean. Let me know what you think. Well, Tom has a funny idea. We need to move this huge piece and it's really too heavy for us to just carry around. So he just strapped this to the car. I still don't really envision what's gonna happen. I know it's not gonna be good. But
That's why we need a tractor. John Deere, we need a tractor. Okay, so I'm gonna pass the camera.
yeah. Oh là là, mais c'est tellement long. Vas-y. Okay. Doucement. Hein? I mean, so far it's working. Comme ça peut-être. Tu veux que je soulève? Ouais. C'est bon, vas-y, plus. Vas-y, vas-y. Vas-y, Yvan, vas-y. Allez, allez. Voilà. Ok, bravo. Stop. Oh, wait.
It
Yeah,
worked.
wait.
It worked. So the complexity of our kitchen is actually the size. And we are right on target for that. Let me explain myself. So basically, we wanted a kitchen that looked like a normal house kitchen, but we wanted it to have the capacity to do events. And a lot of people, not a lot, just a few, said no one's going to use that kitchen for events and things like that. Well, if we do the events and we hire the cook, we'll use the kitchen, okay? We'll use the kitchen because I assembled it. But basically, the plan is that this kitchen can serve as both an event kitchen if we need it to be, and a kitchen for an Airbnb if we need it to be. So it has to look like a normal kitchen, but it has to have the ability to be 2-3 times the size of a regular kitchen. So we've been assembling a lot of furnitures right now, and we're ready for the countertops. Countertops are supposed to come next week, I believe, based on their assumption. So we'll see what it's like. But we're almost done. I'm just putting in the last couple of drawers, and then we're done with the kitchen. And we're starting to cook. I'm gonna film my first omelet. No, let me know what I should bake the first time. Actually, drop the recipe link. Choose a recipe. I'll pick a recipe that you guys dropped here in the comment section. Put the recipe that you want me to try for the first time to bake, and I'll film the whole thing and I'll share it here with you. All right, I'll pick some recipes. So please share it in the comment section. Now I'm just gonna finish this drawer, if you don't mind. And it's a success. Bye.
And just like that, we're wrapping another week of unfinished business, but the kitchen is looking more and more like
A kitchen.
a place we can cook. Trying to show off a little bit, but we have the island assembled.
Missing the countertops.
Missing all the countertops. We're missing the backsplash, one shelf here, sink, and that's pretty much it. And the bathroom is also, I would say, 90% done. This one is even more. Let me turn the camera around. Okay, so this one was not tackled all by us, but we started with the grout here. Oh, look at that shower. I don't even think we gave that shower the proper, look at that. Look at the beauty of that. So we decided to go for the wall stopping here after changing our mind 20 times, and I ran out of grout because we're using a specific grout that doesn't get dirty and doesn't have fungus, so it can't get that kind of like orange pink when people shower. Everything at the bottom is done, and everything on the top is also done. The vanity wall, that's not giving it the proper introduction. We'll have the nice mirror, the lights. I think do we have those lights?
They're here somewhere.
Okay. And then throw in a million plants. So bathroom is pretty much done. Yeah. And the living room is, it looks worse than it is actually. It's pretty much done. The moldings are done everywhere. We installed this. We're fighting with the door here, so we're gonna have to use something else than the glue we're using, but everything else is done and ready to go. We have the door that we went to get today, and yeah, that's about it. We're gonna go home, shower, and go have dinner with friends.
Le jaune fluo, c'est au vin d'Arbois. La jaune claire, c'est nature. La marron, c'est fumé. Et ça, c'est truffe.
Truffe!
Évidemment. On est heureux.
Thank you so much for being here with us. If you like what we do, please click the like and subscribe button. It helps us more than you can imagine. And if you'd like to see even more content, we post daily on Patreon for exclusive updates from Château.